Disclaimer: this story's work of fiction. Names, characters, places, events, and incidents are either products of the author's imagination or www.hsoftwareco.com Japan. Ages. Yeah, not ready, man. Oh. Are you ready? I don't think I am, but oh well. Muv-Luv, I think. Sorry. Kurumi Sugimaka, I think. Masuyo Miya, again I think. Hisayu Miki, again I think. Shakuro Frizu, again I think. Asumi K, I think. And they don't, and the fuckers just like go English. Muv-Luv extra another thing. Yes. The future's in your hand. The name is a love step. Muv-Luv. And Muv-Luv Extra. As well as other things. And welcome to what will most likely be a series, but we'll see. Let's just say, if you think I went off the deep end with Sunrider, and then Echo Tokyo, well, you haven't seen anything yet, because Muv-Luv goes either farther. It makes Pacific Trenches look shallow. Yeah, this is Muv-Luv. It is a Japanese visual novel series, albeit not big one. It's missing my system actually. Basically, well, Japanese series from 2003. It launched again in Japan in 2003. It was a adult visual novel, and if you don't know what that entails, basically 18 plus rated game. Involved, I guess you could say nude things as well as more fan service than your general Japanese usually does, or Japanese thing usually has. It was then ported over in 2006. No. Yeah, 2006. It got a sequel, Muv-Luv Alternative, which expanded on one of the what do you say it? How do you say it? Expanded on one of the one of the extra games in the game. Think of it the same way as Nazi Zombies was for Call of Duty World at War. Basically an extra game after the game, which everyone loved. Everyone loved more than the game, basically. Everyone loved more the campaign. Basically like that. In this case, it's Muv-Luv Extra, Muv-Luv Ultimate, or Unlimited. Then after that, trying to find it. Both Muv-Luv and Muv-Luv Alternative were released on Xbox 360, PS3. Again, I think only in Japan. And where? Question mark? I don't know. Actually, yeah, I should say right there. Alright. Basically, 2011 through 360, or 2011 for 360, 2011 for Windows 7 and PS3. Now, a couple months ago, they had a Kickstarter for making the game localized in English. Both the voice acting and instead of having to resort to fan-made localization, if you were to get the original and play it, and you don't want to read it in Japanese, you would get an English patch, and that's not exactly from HSoft. So yeah, it was back to it was back on Kickstarter successfully, and now it's just been released on Steam for. Well, by released on Steam, I mean this, which is Muv-Luv, the original Muv-Luv Extra Muv-Luv Unlimited. Muv-Luv Turn is going to come out later this week. No, later this year, hopefully. It was released for $34.99. You could have pre-ordered it, and if you did, you would get a discount of like 30% off, got like for $29 or $26.99, something like that. As well as get wallpapers. Which the wallpapers aren't half bad. They show the stuff from the main game as well as stuff from Unlimited, which is interesting. And it was released today, July 14th, 2016. It was originally meant to come out in March, but you know how Kickstarter works. You can always judge things, even if it's just a basic. Well, I mean, this is basically the PS3 game, made into English, and then eventually they're going to add an 18+ patch to put all the stuff that was in the original release back in the game, but that's going to take place after Alternative, or else I would be showing you it today, because I like showing the fullness of the game, whether or not I should or not. But anyway. So yeah, it was supposed to be released March, released July, obviously released in July. But anyway, so what is Muv-Luv? Well, the main game is your standard dating sim. What is a dating sim? Basically, imagine Mass Effect without all the action. Basically. That's something people doesn't realize is Mass Effect's very much like a dating sim, except much simpler and has more nude scenes. Well, the original Mass Effect did anyway. But yeah. Well, basically, they give you choices and you say things. Now, a lot of visual novels are well-known kinetic ones where basically they're just reading a book, well as gooder visual novels, more game visual novels, which you heard me, you say the price, $34.99. This game is actually worth that much, because of the sheer length of the game, which is like 20 hours plus, and that's just the main game. Now we're not saying all unlimited or extra, as well as the quality of the game, the voice acting, all whatnot, which we're going to see in this. But anyway, so basically, like the whole point of the game is to date girls, or date men, or date both, depending on the game and preference, because there are visual novels made for women for that purpose. So yeah, they're called like Omatone, I think, Otome. But yeah. But anyway, so yeah, that's why I went off the deep end with this one, because dating sims are the type of things on Steam that people usually consider plagues. They hate that on Steam a lot, except the people that like it on Steam, who love it a lot, and why they keep coming on Steam, as well as other platforms. But mostly Steam. You mostly see it on Steam. But yeah, I mean, I don't think sims, I do mind them all that much, kinda. Okay, I don't mind them if other people like them, I just don't play them. Again, Muv-Luv is like the only one I ever played that is a dating sim. And even then, I played Muv-Luv for getting to Unlimited, which Unlimited is interesting. Because, whereas the original takes place in modern day Japan, or by modern day, I mean like 2003 Japan, because there are references to PlayStation 2s and whatnot. Whereas Extra Unlimited, which are kind of spoilers, but if you're watching this video, you probably already know, unless of course you're watching a video on my channel, or just looked up Muv-Luv because you saw it on Steam and wondered what it was about. Well, Muv-Luv, where basically Muv-Luv Extra Unlimited takes place in its, as well as Alternate, takes place in its own takes place in alternate history, where basically in 1980 somewhat, basically aliens came, they messed up our stuff, they gradually are taking over the Earth, and it is your goal to stop them with gigantic mechs, or mecha. Because I'm not quite, I don't know much about it because I've been trying to stay spoiler free about the meat of Muv-Luv, which I just realized how bad it could sound if you take it to their own way, seeing how the game is. But anyway, um, so yeah, it's pretty interesting, and that's why I decided to play Muv-Luv to begin with. But anyway, so yeah, that's basically all it is. Now, from what I've seen of this, which I've only seen the screenshots on the Steam store page, as well as screenshots on their Kickstarter, which I'll link in the description as well. Now, this game is actually interesting, because it's a Kickstarter game and a Greenlight game, but not an early access game, which is interesting. I did vote for it on Steam Greenlight, or at least the alternate and other ones. But yeah, I did. I wouldn't back it on Kickstarter, but Kickstarter doesn't accept PayPal. They did make it accept PayPal. I just didn't see it until, well, I looked at the Kickstarter page today, because I usually just looked at their updates to see if they were to say, oh, by the way, you can back it now on PayPal and get the stuff from the Kickstarter stuff. But anyway, if you did back it on Kickstarter, you could get both games as well, some extra stuff for $60. There are higher tiers with, well, those anime pillows with the main characters on it. And some of them in more, well, less covered attire, let's say. But anyway, so I think I said all we needed to say. Let's go. And also, it's really missing my TV doesn't like this game as much as it doesn't like Stone Hearth. Yeah, it's my TV. Okay, good. Alright, as you can see, the graphical settings are very basic. Yeah, that is my TV. It is very basic. You can go in full screen or windowed. Yes, I'm playing this in windowed. In Windows, you can change the screen size, to stretch it or shrink it depending on what you want. Like, you cannot go to the edge of the screen and then click and drag. That's fine. The reason why I'm recording it in Windows 100% because it looks a whole lot better for recording than it does full screen, which I have to see after this video whether or not it actually does or not, but, I'll be saying it not. But yeah, full screen, it's a little bit stretched. It's like, for my screen, it's like 175 or 200. Well, like, definitely more than 100, and it's a little bit stretched, doesn't look as nice, and this looks way better, much more crisp. But anyway, I can also do advanced settings. I'm not going to click on it because I don't think Dictionary will read it by this, but there are other settings involving, like basic things that are visual novel, like having your frame rate cap be minimized with no action. But anyway, okay, click on page 2, as you can see, your more standard visual novel stuff got master volume and whatnot. Now, the interesting thing about Muv-Luv, this version, is the fact that it's actually all in English. Like, the reason why they kickstarted the game in the first place is because not only did they want to localize the text, but no, they wanted to localize the voices as well. Much like a JRPG localized in America. Think Final Fantasy. Or Ace Combat. Something like that. It's not JRPG, but you get the point. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Again, I think the game is vastly improved over the original, because I did play the original, I do have it. I don't think I want to record it though, because of, it might not really record all that easily, as well as other things. So yeah. And as you can see, you can turn off voices if you want. That's the main character right there, actually, the guy you play as. Yeah, Muv-Luv. I mean, Muv-Luv was one of, like, the original popular visual novel games. And it's the visual novel game that most people think of. If you think visual novel, you probably think of this. If you don't think anything that came out of Team Earth, if you know your visual novels, basically. But mainly for the whole Extra Unlimited, which I will be playing both. What I'm going to do is, actually, let's hit start. Language, alright. You can set the language of in-game images independently to your preferred text language. What does that mean? Does it mean, like, text on screen, or does it mean, like, the fact that you're in Japan, there's Japan writing on the walls, stuff like that. Basically anti-Mobile Suit Gundam, because in Mobile Suit Gundam, everything's written in English. Everyone speaks Japanese, everyone bows, but everything's in English, and they shake, well, and not all they bow, they don't bow, basically they shake hands, but they bow sometimes they want, but yeah, everything's in English. Alright, so let's do English for right now. Now, here we go. Muv-Luv Extra, Muv-Luv Unlimited. Now, if I'm going to do a series on it, I'm going to do a... to the... probably... probably do... good judgment on my part. What I'm trying to say is good judgment on my part, bad judgment on my part. Good judgment that I'll be able to show both sides of Muv-Luv. I guess Muv-Luv Extra is what they call the base game, the vanilla game nowadays. On Muv-Luv Ultimate, Ultimate Unlimited, which is the alternate universe thing. Now, if you were to get Muv-Luv, I would suggest playing through Extra first, as well as most people do, and then playing, because you got different lines. Like, now in the original game, you had to play through both lines of the two main, I guess states to say, Sakura and Maya. I kind of forgot her name for a second. I kind of forgot how to say her name. But yeah, in the original, I went for more Sakura Tsukumi because I don't know. It just fits the character. It just fits Tokuro more. Although in real life, which one I think I don't think about such things actually. And I don't, your soulmate is your soulmate. There's no two ways about it. Which, it's hard to say in like a video game which one is your soulmate, which in Mass Effect, would be Ash for me, but, if I do a Mass Effect series, I'll probably do, I might do, I forgot her name, but the one that, I always forget her name, but the engineer, the one that welds the helmet all the time because they have to. Her, because she's in all three games, unlike Asher, she's only in the first and third. Well, I mean, she's in second for a little bit, but anyway. But anyway, for this, I'll probably go Samarka as well, because, well, why not? Oh, by the way, I do apologize for getting their names completely wrong. Just think about it this way, I get my name wrong all the time, my own name. I get Derek wrong all the time, because, there are two ways there's one way to say my name, D-R-E-K, is Derek, or Derek, but the way I most of the time say it is Derek, which is D-E-R-I-C-K, which is wrong, and gets people confused, so yeah, so don't worry about it, it's just a thing I do. But anyway, so I'll probably do a series, doing Extra and Unlimited at the same time, because, again, the original, I'm, like, almost done, I think, I'm, like, the last third of the game, I think, I could be wrong, like, last third of the quarter way through the game, and then Unlimited, well, you have to do both lines, and we're not doing that. I might do it after, but yeah. But anyway, I talked long enough. But then Game of Love has a lot of explaining to do, for itself, for those that are not initiated, like I am, for the most part. But yeah, I was, and am still incredibly nervous about this series, because it's so far in the deep end, again, but anyway, let's go. It's so far in the deep end, but I also do it anyway because it is good. It's hilarious. I mean, the thing about Muv-Luv is it's hilarious. I mean, you got Unlimited, which is cool, and then you got the original, which is just flat out hilarious. But yeah, I mean, it's like a lot of visual novels, but it's hilarious. And I love it. I like Unlimited, which I don't know. I haven't got to that part yet. We should do an anime series of Unlimited, which is Muv-Luv, Muv-Luv, I got the Muv-Luv thing open, let's go read it, Muv-Luv, alternative, no. Manga, no. Total Clubs, yeah. Which is, I watched the first episode for a little bit, didn't want to watch it because I wanted to play the game first. But anyway, June 10th, rainy. It's really expensive, but I don't know what to do. Then Takura-chan came over, and I thought he was going to help me, but then he went entitled to the teacher instead. That also mean ... My teacher's really nice, so he said it wasn't a big deal, but I just know I'm gonna have to pay for a new one. My allowance is enough to pay for that. So Command Train tried to replace it with a stale shell with the steel still inside, but that didn't work at all. Then one of the teachers came over, a much scarier one. The merchant to the fossil had been reborn, or that shit or told shit or something, but just made this new teacher even angrier. Taruku-chan said the fossil had been reborn, or okay, continuing on. But in the end, he took the blame for me. Thank you, Temaki-chan. That made me really happy. Dot dot. And dot dot. I'm sorry. Dot dot. Just watch her. She dragged you all somewhere. Dot dot. I hope everything was okay. I asked you about it on the way home, but you wouldn't tell me what happened. Dot dot. But still, it made me really happy. Dot dot. Thank you. March 10th, sunny. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's really bad. It's bad. Really bad. It's a catastrophe. Geez, Tomoko-chan. Dot dot. Why you have to go and set your sights on Haruku? On the way home from the graduation ceremony, it just hit me. We're going to be seniors next year, so I figured I asked what your first choice was, but I never expected you to say that. That's horrible. You never told me about this. I didn't get into her with my grades. Although the ways, the way things are now, neither can you, Chimerica-chan. Oh, but I know you were going to make it in somehow. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I guess I'm just going to have to study. Alright then. I'm going to study like my life depends on it. Sorry, diary. But I have one more important thing. But I have more important things to worry about right now. I'm going to bed. February 25th, rainy. I did it. I can't believe it. I really did it. I got accepted to Hakuru. Ha! How did you even? Do you even like that? Can you go back? Nope. No, can I go back? Okay. Oh, that's right there. Ha! How do you like that? At first, I was scared. I couldn't even look at the scores, and Turkmenistan said I failed, and scared me half to death. Don't even joke about that. I almost had a heart attack, you know. You know how hard I worked. We studied together all the time, but now we'll be together for another 3 years. You better watch your back. Oh my gosh, Dad, I'm so happy. No, that wasn't in the original. Yeah, that wasn't in the original. I might not be able to sleep tonight. August 25th. 25th or rainy. It's summer. It's so odd. We went to the pool. But geez, Stormcrotch-chan, you kept staring at all the older girls in revealing swimsuits, What was that about? I put a lot of time and effort to choose my swimsuit too, you know. Is a little compliment too much, so much to ask? I'll get you next year for sure. You wait. I asked Stormcrotch-chan something weird today. What would things be like if we weren't our old friends? Crazy, right? I don't know what I was thinking, Like you said, Tamarka-chan, I couldn't imagine a world in which we're not together. After all, we've been together forever. Which is why, I'll never ever go anywhere without you, Tamarka-chan. Tomorrow, and the day after that, and the week after that, and then, the year after that, well, into the future, Tamarka-chan, I'm going to be with you, I'm going to be together forever and ever. Now we should get to the voice acting. I hope. Muv-Luv. Sunday, October 21st. And they're not getting out the saving part. Well, thankfully. No, in the original was full that this was an action sequence. This now you don't press anything. It's completely it's a cutscene basically. Dash Ga! This is bad. That last I threw down my shield's down. My shield's down to 10%. Come on already. Why can't I lock onto him? Or even those moves, or these moves. That mech really does have armor building. Oh, they used the world mech. Uh-oh. You're going to get sued by, they're going to get totally sued by, not mobile suit Gundam. They use mobile Gundams. But anyway, they use mobile suits. But no, they're going to get totally sued by Mech Warrior and Battletech because they own that word. You've been pressing behind my back, haven't you? I've gone down to the last 5% of his health. Dash, however, I've been unable to make a dent in him since. On the contrary, Dash, I'm going to get my face handed to me, and he didn't say face. Dash missiles? Darn, that was close, that idea, say darn. I almost got hit. Dash, exclamation point. He's going to the right. Now he's switching to guns. Dash, he's closing in. The Exo Meh, or Mern, automatically changes his weapon depending on the enemy's distance, or its enemy's distance. All switch is convenient, but it also tells your opponent how close he is. Yes, it is. And also, if you want to use a long-range weapon, that's not good for you. Because it all switches. Alright. I realized that pretty quickly, and it's been the key to my victory so far. Dash, so why isn't it working anymore? Darn it! It's a darn it. The Exoma approaches its unparalleled mobility. Point blank range. He's going to melee? Darn, I can't shake him. Why, you little? Dash, two can play this game. Play that game. You lose. Kaboom. Dot. I know for a fact that my saber went through the Exoma, but before the hit could register, my Kreischer fell to its knees, wrecked by explosions. Here's a test to see if the text actually changes to put in Japanese. My seat quivers as I cease with rage. Come on, dude. Official strategy got lied to me. The Kreuzer saber is supposed to be faster than that. Yeah, again, this takes place in like 2003. Apparently he wasn't using a Prima guy, because those things never lie, for the most part. It's supposed to be the quickest melee weapon in the entire game. 3 whole frames faster than X-Men's punch attack. Exclamation point. If we attack at the same time, I shouldn't have lost. God darn it. And this game over machine is just adding insult to injury. I'm sure as heck not gonna lose next time. I put my hands on the joystick and hit the trigger to cancel out of the result screen. What's this? When did they start making these triggers so soft? What's this? Squishy feeling. Kushnoit? What have you done? That took 3 clicks. Terror. Oh, it's just you, Samoka. Dada. Why is it Japanese? Hold it. Is there hold it? There's a hold it. Alright. Do I not have them on then? Which is entirely possible. Language English. Text language English. This. It should be in English, shouldn't it? That's okay. Just reading what that is, I have to turn on my surround sound on the headset. Ah, yeah, those are English. Heralded. That's time. Well, I have to go in time. We just got to the meat of the game right here. Um, and I just realized what that implies. But anyway, I was talking about the actual substance of the game. Uh, actually, let's save. Bam. Much nicer save screen from the original. Oh, let's see her voices in English. Sugar-chan, is that Wolfley son of my awake yet? Suka, Dada, you're up pretty early, don't you think? Considering it's Sunday after all, what can I do for you? Just to be sure, you understand that this is beyond my ability to control, right? Main character, what are you doing? I'm not reading that. Yeah, it's Japanese. Hold it. Let's try turning off her voice then. Okay, so turning her voice and lowering the text. Yeah, skip that. Skip that some more. Keep skipping. Yeah, it turns up the voice completely. Huh. Interesting. You know, I'll be right back. I'm gonna mess around with some things because I'm gonna try doing advanced options. Right here. See if that's anything. Alright, be right back. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this will have English voice acting. Although I can't find an option for it. But the Kickstarter does say English voice acting in a little bit, so am I missing it or is it a bug at launch? Now, interesting thing about the launch of this game is it follows the Steam game law of it launches whenever they bloody feel like to launch the bloody thing. Like it launched, I don't know, like it launched 7 p.m., but it wasn't actually ready until like 9 or 10. Um, to actually download it, even if you did pre-order it. So yeah, but anyway, Samurka, grrr, what do you think you're doing? Sure. I mean, exclamation point, exclamation point. And he's also supposed to have voice acting. Tamaku. Dot dot, ow, you didn't have to hit me so hard, dot dot. Holy, they have animations now. I mean, they have animations before, but simple sprite changes, as opposed to blinking and moving the mouth. Samarka, oh, shut up, dot dot. It's your own fault, Samarka. You're the one being a perv. Samarka, I already told you I couldn't help it. I was just a It was just a reflex. So, okay. Liar, you were squeezing them. Take a shot. Can't say I recall that. I think your attack might have caused some short-term memory loss. Okay. Want me to help you remember? Take a shot. Tamarku. Dumb face? You didn't say dumb face. Who in the right mind would touch those things? You realize that this is you we're talking about, right? Tamarku, you're so mean. Why not? Terraku, what? So you want me to touch them then? Make up your mind already. Terraku, I wouldn't mind you know that. not guy. You savage. There you go. Let's say that. All right, Toriko. Dot dot. Look, I'm sorry. All right. Dot dot.
そうやっていつまでもバカやってると。
Toriko. One of these days you're gonna need quick fooling around all the time. Dot dot. Toriko. Dot dot. Psych. Did you really think I'd listen to you that easily? Toriko. Owie. Sakura. Since when have you been so high and mighty? You got a lot of nerve talking to me like that, punk.
何するよ
Sorka. That hurt, Nada. Why'd you do that? Sakura. You're the one who punched me in the face. I legit thought I was passing into the next life. This is just payback.
胸触ったくせに
Sorka, you're the one who felt me up in the first place. Sakura, I already told you. It was just an dash.
触ったくせに
Sakura, you still squeeze them. She is totally ugly, right? Sakura, get over it already.
触った触った触った触った触った触った
Yeah, I wasn't really prepared for them not to speak English. You know, this kind of stuff. I don't want to read this kind of stuff. It's not. I don't like it. But anyway, Sakura, you squeeze them, you squeeze them, you squeeze them, you squeeze them. Youch. Sakura, save it for when you actually get some real. Not gonna read that. Not gonna read that. Not gonna read it. Not gonna read it. Some dot dot. Please kill him. Please.
タケルちゃんの
Urchin, you done it! Dash act! Idiot! Tekeru Gurren? Tekeru, jeez, Dada, it's nothing we're thinking people over, Dada. Kinda is. Ow, 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 Dada. That better not left the
タ
bruise.
ケルちゃんもね
I mean, what's with Tucker hitting a woman? Come on. What kind of man are you? Some Ika. Give me some Ika, kind of. Yeah, some Ika. You give me two, Taru-chan. Taruku, God, I'm still feeling shaky about that.
電車の中だから当然だ
Smirk
ね
Of course you're on the train. That's a valid point. Taruku, more importantly, why did you drag me all the way here on a bright early Sunday afternoon, or Sunday morning, Dada?
本当に記憶飛んじゃったおじさんとおばさんの旅行の準備手伝うんでしょ
Smirku, you weren't kidding about the short-term memory loss. We're helping your parents pick up some things they need for their vacation. Takeru, Dada, no one told me about this.
バカ息子に言っても聞いてくれないからって私がおばさんからお願いされたんだった
Samaka? Oh yeah, your mom asked me to bring you along since she was pretty sure her idiot of a son was enlisting when she told him about it. Your what?
今晩から旅行でしょおじさんもおばさんも忙しいんだからちょっとは手伝ってあげなさいよ
Samaka, they're leaving tonight, you know, and they both got a lot on their plates already. So the least you can do is help them out a little. Dekoru, it's their own fault for telling me on such short notice why they choose Unparalleled Cold full Siberian experience anyway. Are they trying to kill themselves?
えシルクロードで行くエーゲ海の伝説と神秘ツアーじゃないの
Huh? Wasn't it? They tore up Allegiant Myths and Legends along the Silk Road? Oh, okay. Spacebar hides the text. Okay, that's good to know. Dekoru, huh?
おばさんが言ってたよ
Smirku, that's what your mom was telling me. Okay, that's not what my dad said.
おや
Samaka, yes? Oh, really? Tucker, Dada, so what's on your shopping list?
TQ アームズに超日焼け止めクリームと
Tucker, super sunscreen from TQ Arms and that. Tucker, Dada, they won't need that. It's a very good day.
エーゲ海にはいるよねきっと
Well, they would if they go sunbathing there, because believe it or not, Siberia summers. They're still cold, but summers. Or they want to be awesome and not wear thick coat, or not wear full sleeves, or at the very least put on their face, because that could still get sunburned. But anyway, it's okay. It's definitely something you want to have on the ingredient C, though. Yeah. Haku da 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 da.
あ
Toku da da. Haku. Oh well, let's not worry about it.
確認ぐらい取ろうよ
Toku. At least call them and ask. Toku. Those two have serious fundamental inability to communicate. Let that be a listen to them.
たけるちゃん見てるとなんとなくわかるかな
Sakura, judging how you turned out, I can't believe that. That. Completely punches women. Come on. I mean, that was more of a slap sound, but seriously. Sakura, owie. Sakura, don't just insult people and thinking you away with it.
もう3回も殴られたよ
Yeah, basically when it freezes, that's what it was like in the original. Sakura, oof. That's the third time already. Oh, it's the third time already that you hit me today. Sakura, and you paid me back double for the first few times, so stop whining. Yes, that is it. Train announcer. Hyderabad District, now arriving at Turkabana District. Next will be, the doors open and all the passengers try to push their way through at the same time. This is why I hate coming to Turkabana on the weekends. Tekura. Come on, we gotta go.
待ってよ
Tekura, wait for me.
たけるちゃん
Yeah, they're in English anyway. I mean, they're in Japanese anyway, I thought so. Alright, but this is a good stopping point because we're way out of time. We're almost gonna push having to part this out. But I really like this, although it's not unlimited. It's still nice. Alright, so anyway, so let's go back to the main menu and talk. How does one do such a thing? Yes, like that. Return the title. Return the title. Alright, there we go. So what do I think of Muv-Luv? Well, this version of it anyway. Again, it's really good. Although I'm not quite sure where the English voice acting is. I thought it was there, but yeah, totally worth like the $34 it is. And if it isn't that worth it to you, you can go anyway for a Steam sale, like always. But yeah, if you don't like dating games, just make it convince you to like them. If you like good humor as well as or not convincing you like those games. No, convince them to like you Muv-Luv, because of the humor as well as the quality of the story and as well as unlimited. However, if you don't like visual novels at all, you still might like this for story and story sake, as well as if you like hand-drawn art, is pretty nice. As well as it gives you a good idea of 2003 era Japan, as far as I can tell. Because it was based in Japan, therefore it's going to be like Japan. Unlike Musou Gundam, which is not like Japan at all because it takes place in the future and also is everything's in English. Basically, it's the assumed future, I guess. Or like JRPG taking place in Japan. You get the idea. So yeah, I do like it a lot. I love the original, and this is really good. I just don't like reading it. It's not my thing. I mean, there's another thing where there's supposed to be voice acting for the main character, which there isn't. So that might be a launch bug. Because people are complaining about it people are talking about it on the Steam discussions. But yeah. But we'll see. So then my whole series they might hold the series until they get English voice acting in the game. They could just be a post-launch update. I'm not quite sure. Or until they fix his voice, because I mean, if he just fixes his voice, I'm still going to read, because if it is in Japanese, it's going to be in Japanese. And there is, I'm not mistaken about the missing of the English, am I? No, I'm not. It should be like that, but. Alright, but anyway, yeah, it's still worth it. Yeah, alright, but that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching, because we're way out of time. I do appreciate you guys watching on this video. Let me to leave comments suggestions for the series, or just I'll play Muv-Luv in general. Not like you can really give me a test since this is a normal visual novel, but still. Also, I have a Twitter, by the way, which I did tweet out when the Kickstarter got started, as well as tweeted out when I was going to record this, and when you could pre-order it. So I also tweet out channel updates, like I'm probably going to tweet out the day of uploading. Oh, by the way, I'm probably not gonna, there isn't a Multiplayer Friday series today because I'm busy doing Muv-Luv. You get the idea. As well as updates about just general news, about things I am doing, will be doing, or have done, as well as just general news that I think you might be interested in. Alright, but anyway, that'll be it for this video, and I guess. Also, if you want to see the series, please let me know. I'll definitely do it. I'll probably do this based on popularity. We'll see how popular it is. If it's popular enough, it'll warrant a MLP Monday series in which I'll play it on Mondays. If it's super popular, I'll probably do it as a main sequence series, playing it along the likes of Sunrider and stuff like that, which is interesting. Sunrider, I did Rubicon Clips earlier. Another anime game, but yeah. Actually, I think I like my anime. I mean, I don't like, anime. I don't like anime. I watch it, but the main reason I don't like anime is because it makes me feel silly, especially anime that's like Muv-Luv, the Muv-Luv Extra. I don't like that. I much prefer military anime, like again, Mobile Suit Gundam, Ghost in the Shell, stuff like that. And also much more mature stuff, or CGI anime like Ruby. And also American anime like Ruby. So yeah. But Muv-Luv's still interesting. But yeah, alright, so that'll be it for this video, I guess. See you in the next one.